Hi there and welcome back to the channel. This is Jay. I have a project sharing a little bit of craft with me. I made this envelope journal. It was inspired by the Posh Paper lady. She made some envelope card journal type things, and I decided that I'd do my take on it and make a journal too, but I wanted mine to be kind of junky, you'll see when we get into it. So I got some of this seam binding, hem binding, and I put these little fringe things on it to kind of make it a little bit cute. This is my Alice in Wonderland journal. And so there's Alice on the front with a little cover. I put some lace around. You flip it open, just a writing space. I put some more lace. Did some Tim Holtz vintage photo to grunge it up. I sewed in this little booklet to write. Right here's a pocket, so you can put the tag in there. Here's another pocket with a tag. You can write on the back of the king. So you can write on the back of them. There's rabbit, and this is a journaling space. Grunged it up a little bit more. Grunged up the sides. Grunged up the sides. That's my daughter's dog. I don't know why it barks like that, but I'm sorry. Here's Alice, and I did like a gold flower, a little bit of lace. And this is a flip up spot where you can journal in here, and there's a teapot. Little glue got on there, so that's a journal space. This is Rabbit. It's got an announcement. You can journal here and right there. This is the Queen. It says Queen for a day. There's a heart. She's the Queen of Hearts. She's just a decorative page. There's Alice. You can journal here. You can journal all around there, and it says embrace the journey. You put it on top of some lace. And this is the back of it with more lace, and you can journal on the back as you like. So that's the envelope journal that I made inspired by the Posh Paper lady. So if you haven't made an envelope journal, I know there's like ones all over the over YouTube where you can get an example of how to do it. But since you're watching me here, I have some of my envelopes here. So I like these little craft envelopes. I use big ones or little ones, but you use the size that you have. And if you have envelopes, don't go out and buy any. Just try it with the ones you have. Let's try it with these three. So you have your first one. You fold your flap down. You have your first one, you fold your flap down this way. So for your second one, you fold the flap backwards, like that. Fold it backwards. Then you put your adhesive on it, and you gently slide it inside here. So you slide it inside there. Get it in there good. And you put your adhesive down. Let's see if I have any adhesive. I want to see if this works for me today. And you put your adhesive down. Just when I needed some glue, it's not working. Let me get some glue. So you put your adhesive down. Ooh, now my fingers are all glued. Where are my wipes? Let me get a baby wipe here so I can wipe my hands off. These are juicy wipes. But anyway, sorry. So then you put your glue down so it can stay inside, so you can have it. Just a little glue. You don't need a whole bunch. And you glue it down. Don't worry about if the glue gets on places. You're going to cover this with your paper. And I'm not one for leaving these for pockets, but if you want to, you can leave this for a pocket. You can leave it for a pocket. So you have your first flip. I may not have gotten that in there just right. It's kind of crooked. Try to get it in there as straight as you can. I, on the other hand, didn't get this one really straight. So, there you go. And then you get your next one, and you flip it, you get your next one, you flip it back also, and then you slide it in. Put your glue down on it. I'm not gonna glue down on it, and you'd have it this way. And this is your back flap. And what I usually do is I usually get out my scoreboard, and I'll score a little bit here so I can have a little bit, but depends on if you want it flat or if you want to score it. For now, let's say we want it flat. And I will go ahead and seal it. So it's all sealed in. So there you have your envelope book. Be a little careful if you want to get your, make sure you take your time. I didn't take my time, and I usually don't. I'm not very, when I make these, I kind of want them to be a little bit grungy, a little bit off-centered. I don't want them to be perfect, but here you have it. And you just put your decorative papers in. You can use as many papers or things as you like. I'm working on one now. So I put this one together, and what I did was I took out my sewing machine and I sewed around it. And so as you can see, I sewed it, and I sewed around some of them because I wanted some of them to be sewn. So I'm gonna finish this one, finish putting my papers on with you guys, adding a few embellishments while we're here together. So I hope everyone's having a good day. It's a nice Sunday afternoon here. I mean, not Sunday afternoon. It's a nice Friday evening here. And I had to take my dog to the doctor. She's 18. She's not doing so good. And my dogs are my pride. So having her not feeling good means I'm not up to par, but I'll get there. Crafting always makes me feel a little bit better. So it's, I don't know why I thought it was Sunday. I don't know what's going on. But it's, you know, so you can put these down really, and as you can see from mine, I kind of went through with my vintage photo and kind of went around it to grunge it up a little bit. So that's how I want mine, that's how I like it, and to make it, this one to look a little more vintagey, since I'm using this Tim Holtz paper. And this is Tim Holtz paper. So I'll put that in there. Get that like that. And no, they don't quite match up together, but that's not the look I'm going for. If I was going for a different look, I would have like matte them down, but I'm not quite going for that look. Kind of like the grungy, messy like look, because that's how I work, a little messy. My mind's, you know, I kind of do everything a little messy. I'm gonna do a pretty one where the papers are pretty and it's girly or something like that, and then I'll mat them and do them. If you want to see that one, I have one here. My a friend of mine sent it to me, and she had gotten some papers and she did one, and she said, "Hey, how does this look, Jay?" So she left it on my doorstep so I could see how it looks. But I'm not an expert at this. I just know the kind of look that I like, and I don't really like that really good look, you know, really so put together, and that's the back side. I kind of want to put this in here. I kind of like having the journal space. So I'm hoping if I get my sewing machine out, that's my hope. If I get my sewing machine, hoping that it's gonna work for me. Oh, sorry. Sorry there. See if I can move you guys up a little bit. Get my sewing machine out. I want to add that in. So, let's see if this works for me today. I think I did something with my bobbin the other day, and it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. So let's see if I can get this sewn in here. This little journal flip thing in here. Hope it's gonna work. I kind of want it to. It's what I wanted to do. I want to sew this little thing in here. There we go. It's working, it's working, it's working. So I'm sewing my little journal book in so I can have it as my journaling space. And this is my sewing machine that I got from $20 from the Goodwill. So if you want a sewing machine for your paper crafting and you have a Goodwill by you, keep checking out your Goodwill and see if you can find one there. Because this was a good find. It works good. It has like lots of stitches to it. So it works really well. All right. So we sewed in our little booklet here. Let me get these strings out. That is, you know, it's kind of creepy. It's kind of not so good on the back, but that's okay. It's kind of a junky-like thing to, I like it. Kind of like that back there. Okay, so I got my little journal sewed in. I'll take my little bone folder here, press that down, and I made this paper. It's kind of like a coffee dyed paper type thing, where I took the paper and coffee dyed it. So it's kind of a grungy, if you can see the papers, they're kind of grungy and messed up, and I like that look. Kind of torn right there, but I like that. So, and it's not in here that great. I might take off some of these, let me take off these edges here so it can be at least a little bit straight in here. I won't have it going all around the sides like that. So that works out for me. That's my last page back there. So kind of still nice and flat. Still nice and flat. I had these, of course, you know that I cannot do anything without a butterfly. So I want to embellish a little butterfly here. So I want to put that there. I need a butterfly. I always need a butterfly in my stuff. I love butterflies. I'd like a little pocket there. I like to put a pocket there. Let's see. I don't want it to be too deep. I want it to be right there. And I don't want it to be too straight. I like a nice crooked pocket. Some people like their stuff is kind of, this is supposed to be a little bit junky, so I'm not making my pocket straight or anything like that, but I want a pocket there. So I put the pocket right there like that. There we go. And for my pocket, that's sitting right there, I'd like this old guy here. Since this is my vintage book, I kind of like him to sit there. So I'm gonna put him there. He's part of a vintage look. So I'm gonna sit him right there. I like his look there. And I'll go back, clean up all my glue. my little glue cleaner upper thing. But that sits there. And I have this lot collection thing that I want to put there. Has some string that I want to put there. Put it through. So I'm going to stick that there. And this has room on the back where you could journal on the back. So you can journal on the back of it. So it has this lot shipment thing, kind of old and vintagey. Stick that in my pocket, like that. I like that. Here, I'd like to add a ticket, do a little bit of collaging, just a little bit, like a ticket right there. Stick that there, little collage. I have this, looks like a library card. I'm gonna stick that on this page too, so you can write a few, I can journal if I wanted to. Stick that right there. Wait, let's see if I can pull this up a little bit. Stuck it down. I have to stay now. So you could journal on that. So that's that page. Don't want to do a lot of decor in it. And this here, I'd like to add, let's see, this journal card. I'd like to add this journal card here, right in the middle, noteworthy. It's kind of an old vintage looking journal card. And I had this little girl that I want to put there. I had a little glue on my hand. I like this glue. I should use tape for some of these things, but I like the glue. And this is the dollar store glue. It works really, this dollar store, if you ever go to the dollar store, see that Beacon glue? Pick that up. This stuff is good. Beacon is a good brand too. Cause you see it in Hobby Lobby, and I haven't seen it in Michael's, but you see it in Hobby Lobby. So I like her right there. She looks good there. Do I want another pocket? I think I'd like another pocket. Is that a hole? I think I like that pocket. Right there, like that. I think I like that there. Another pocket, so I could put something in it. So I'm just not gonna do like a whole bunch of embellishment, but just some embellishment. So this is another pocket. And I have this journal card. That one's too big. I don't like that one. I have this little shipment tag. I'll put this one in there. I'll have to punch it out later. I'd like to put this in here, memory bows and straw goods. Put that there, like that. So that looks good there. So this page is good. Now this page has my thing on it. What I'd like on here is I have these cutouts that I made, and I threw a little Tim Holtz's stuff on it. So I don't know if I want to put them together like that. I think I just want this one on there. So I made these die cuts, cut them out with my die cutting machine, and it was a Sizzix die. So it was a Sizzix die. I should have used some adhesive back paper to do this with, but I didn't think about it at the time. I'm thinking about it now that I should have used adhesive back paper to kind of stick this on with, because it has all these cutouts, and then I would just have to pull the adhesive back paper off. But I didn't think about it at the time, so I didn't get it done really. But anyway, so I want this here on my little notebook that I sewed in. I like that. That gives it some of a look. And on this page, I like to sit this couple because I can journal here. I like this couple and some lace. This is the Tim Holtz lace die. When I saw this die, I had to keep trying to find it. And I went to a scrapbook show that they had here in Maryland. And what was there? The lace die and the ticket die. So I was able to get both of those. And I want to sit them. Nope. I like this ticket to go in there with them. So put them on there. Then my little book will be finished. Then my little book will be finished once I put them in. So I want them there, like that. And I can journal around them, any notes that I have. It's a nice page, family-like page. And for some reason, I want this ticket on there. So I to me, a ticket and a butterfly. Shoot, those are my favorite things. Tickets and butterflies when I'm crafting. Okay, so that's my journal pages things. I don't want to do anything with that. Here, I want a pocket because I want this typewriter card to be, that's kind of cool because there's a typewriter here. So I have to put a small little pocket down there. Not a deep pocket because I don't want to cover up the typewriter. Not a deep pocket because I don't want to cover up that typewriter. But I want a little pocket down there to hold my journal card. Hold my journal card for typing. And there it is. Stick that right there, just like that. I'll move it up a little bit. Like that. And then I'll stick my typewriter journal card. I like this. This is kind of like the left hand, right hand. Back when I learned to type, we had this thing, a thing like that. Stick that right there, and that's your journal spot. And I have another little thing I want to stick in there. And of course, you know how I feel about a good ticket. And it's a journal card too. So, there you have it. My envelope journal. There it is. All done. So, let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you try one. Let me know if you do it and you try one. Let me know what you do and how it came out for you. So these are my two envelope journals. These are my two envelope journals. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Oh, that's right. Let me do a final flip through of this one. Okay, so this is the cover. Sewed around it with my little machine. Inside I put that guy. This is a pocket. That's there. This is just a decorative page. You can journal there. Of course, I gotta have a butterfly. Another pocket, journaling spots. Journaling spots, put the little girl there. Oh, I got some glue on the little girl. Little girl there. Next spot, journal around them. My little booklet that I sewed in. Journal spot, and the end. Thank you again for joining me today in my craft with me, my envelope journals. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're going to try one. And if you try one, ping me so I can come over to your channel or to look at it and see how it looks. Don't forget to, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also, subscribe. Press that button to subscribe. I'll be doing more crafts with me and things like this. I have a couple more things I'm thinking of doing, so I'll get back to you on that, and I'll talk to you soon in the next video. Bye, everyone.